your timely intervention. I will have the guards prepare. Which direction did you say they would be coming from?
The scouts were to the north, 4 miles. I do not know where the main body will strike from, and I just want to mention that none of my compatriots saw anything with their terrible, terrible human eyes, inferior to ours, of course. So they didn't see any faces, and although they're from the town, they will not recognize anyone.
So he says, we will have riders sent to the north to prepare for any hostilities. Your information may have saved many lives. If you wish, you and your friends could come and partake of our wares. I assume you know what's happening here. We are performing the gift take ritual.
I didn't know the gift take ritual would be involved. I thought it was.
So gift take is where the two caravans come together and trade goods to cross borders.
I did know it was a gift take. Yes. Your clock. Shoot, I can't read my writing. Clockcaster. Yes, the clockcasters are from the east, are they not? I think my companions.
Yes, I have come all the way from the hidden city of Mirage on the far east shore. So you have traveled that far.
Well, that is an incredible distance to travel. Would my friends be welcome at it's such a private event?
Any friends of yours are friends of ours, especially if they have fought kobolds this day.
Excellent. Can I turn to my friends and no, that's the danger sign. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the danger sign. So you guys immediately see Filkin making the danger sign. What do you do?
I changed it to the come hither, Jan.
He seems confused.
So you guys just get done burying that dead kobold, right? And the other kobolds are a couple minutes away from waking up, and then you see Filkin just making all sorts of hand gestures towards you. What would you like to do?
I'll make the international sign for drinking. See if that rises any interest.
Do we lose Adam somewhere?
In the
to get a hat.
Chat, he took
he had to take a break.
He needed
Maybe
a hat.
he's going to get a hat. Yeah.
I'm seriously gonna whenever we take our actual break, gonna go get one of my crazy hats too. 'Cause it has to happen.
I love that will happen. Man, it does not take long before you start feeling ill.
That Multidie guy, by the way, I was asking Adam to question why my beard grows in so patchy. If I knew, I would work on it, friend Multidie. Enjoy your 10-minute timeout, though. You're going to sit in the dunce's corner.
Is he still trolling you?
No, I kicked him from the channel for 10 minutes.
Oh.
But he followed me, so I assumed he'd be back. And in greater numbers than before.
We could wake them up. We could wake up the kobolds and drag them with us.
Are you particularly capable of dragging 3 kobolds with us? Because I am not.
They're not. I mean, like if you tie them all together.
Like, just make a big chain gang out of them and just drag this?
Yeah.
You guys look like slave traders. You just have a line of kobolds behind you.
Our choices are murder them, let them go, or take them with us. Like, I mean, I guess we could leave them tied to the tree until they die, which is effectively murdering them. So, I'm not sure why we still have them, I guess is my... I feel like we've acquired these 3 kobolds now.
A Christmas puppy in March.
I'm kind of thinking we should not be leaving the kobolds, but I'm not sure that I'm comfortable dragging them by a chain or a rope behind us either.
And that leaves option 3.
Which is?
Mace to the head. They're still unconscious. It would be very effortless to just put them down.
It would take no effort at all.
Ba-dink, ba-dink, ba-dink.
Arthur,
Yep.
how does my voice in the head feel about that, or does he in
Didn't
any way?
contact you at all. You don't have any telepathic feelings one way or another. You know, of course, that you could complete part of your secret mission. Maybe if no one was looking, and you had
Yeah,
a nice bonfire nearby.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. There's no imperatives for you to run out and murder anyone, if that's what you're asking, beyond any that might already exist in your head.
Well, I mean, like, it's not like they surrendered.
Do we have Adam back? We need the voice of... I don't know that we need the voice of reason. Maybe we need the voice of, like, pure law.
Well, I mean, we would have been perfectly within our rights to kill them, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, sure.
So...
Just like stand your ground, never leave.
So while you guys are working that out, we cut back to Filkin. And
who's probably still like frantically waving
No, he's got like a leg of turkey in one hand and a fine dwarven stout in the other. Just having the time of his life. And
yeah.
Someone approaches you. It's someone else with another one of those golden necklaces that has the gold links and the scales. And he says, "Hello, friend. The name's Sprinkle Pop. Caravan Master Sprinkle Pop."
I knew the caravan was called Sprinkle Pop. I didn't know that I was going to have the pleasure of meeting the leader of it. It's a pleasure. I hope that our information is of use to you.
He says, "Oh, it will be of great use, but I hear that you're an adventurer from the city of Hub, yes?"
Yes, I have a distinguished career as a solo artist, but I found that I had limitations, and I've gone in search of some companions to aid in my development, and found some good ones. We took out the kobolds, and they are good at healing. These are two things I know for sure.
So it's clear he's not listening to anything you say. As soon as you indicate you're from Hub, he's like, "Yes, yes." Then he sits down and begins eating roasted vegetables off of your plate.
Would you care for some turkey?
He says, "Oh, no thanks, I'm a vegetarian."
Yes. I spent much time among the Sylvan peoples, and many of them are vegetarian as well. I respect it. It's very, very good for the soul. Cleansing, I'm told. Yes, I am from Hub. Was there things that I could be of use to the Sprinkle Pop caravan? Representing Council City
says,
and...
Yeah, yes. Oh, you know where we're from. Very knowledgeable, friend. As you know, the Sprinkle Pops need to get back into Hub City, and we would do so much better if we didn't have any loose baggage. An adventuring party such as yourselves would be able to get items into the city easier than our gnomes through security. If you could get certain packages past customs, I would greatly appreciate it.
And let's discuss payment before we go any further.
100 gold pieces if you can get a solid wooden crate 2x2x2 into the city without being checked by customs.
How hard will the drop-off be once we get it inside?
All you need to do is get it into the city, my friend. There'll be someone waiting for you just past the gates.
I'm kind of terrified of the Sprinkle Puffs right now.
That is an awesome name for a secret terrorist organization.
They're not a secret terrorist organization. They're Elven loyalists.
When someone said they wanted to take a package in and didn't mention a destination, I assumed bomb. That was the first thing I thought.
This is Dungeons and
just take it in there.
Dragons, not
Just put it anywhere. It doesn't really matter.
airports and asses.
I've just been watching too much TV, I guess. I am very willing, and I assume the payment due to the risk will be upfront.
So he kind of... Yes, the payment will be up front if you so desire it.
I'll have to discuss this with my new compatriots, but you have my word that I will do my best to convince them that this is a good cause of action. playing either on their monetary interest or, if need be, that this is part of a noble cause.
So while you're talking, he gets up and starts walking away and says, "You have until tomorrow morning to decide."
All right. Oh shoot, he didn't leave any food. He just ate my food.
No,
Nope.
he ate your vegetables. He left your turkey.
But not Filkin wants vegetables just because he was told he couldn't have them.
Well,
Phil
you can
could-
go get another plate. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
Phil-
not
Phil
charging you
wants-
for food here. You just saved their lives.
It's the principle. I want some vegetables. I'm going to go find some vegetables. That's my top concern right now.
So, Soren, we're popping back to you guys. Narder and Chiron are in a discussion on what to do with the gnomes, or the kobolds, before they go help Filkin. There's some talk to kill them, or maybe set them free, or possibly drag them to the gnomes in chains.
I think I don't want to just kill them. I think that even though they did attack us, that killing them in cold blood would serve no purpose. However, if we can extract a value for them, more be it. Or if they just want to carry our stuff as we travel from place to place, they can serve as
Are you gonna request
donkeys.
that? Hey, could you carry our stuff?
Well, we're not going to request it. We would force it upon them.
I'm not gonna give them my stuff.
Oh boy.
It does take some time to get in and out of that armor.
I mean, essentially, they would just like we can if we came across a what do you call it? Like the platforms that they can like carry people on.
Aliquin.
Yes, it would be kind of fun to be escorted by 4
I've
kobolds.
heard 3 kobolds can carry a 4-point palanquin loaded with a human in it. There's no weight differential there to be considered at all.
I'm just throwing out ideas. I don't want to kill them. I'm just trying to think of reasons that they could be useful.
Chiron, what's your way in here? We've got like one for no kill. We've got one for let's mace them in the face.
Chiron is having an existential crisis over this, as he wants to go both ways at the same time. But
There's 3 directions, so you're taking the fork.
And leaving with it.
Yeah. So
he would if there's no voice in his head telling him to do terrible, terrible, murderous, horrible things, then he would not want to kill the kobolds.
okay. So will you support the plan to drag them into the Gnomish Collective, or you just want to let them go?
I'm inclined to turn them over to the gnomes.
Okay. Narder?
Fine with me.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you guys spend some time crossing the grasslands. You eventually pin those kobolds down there. The gnomes know you're coming. Not that you would know that. Your passive perception kind of gives you guys an idea that you're being watched. Like you see gnomes peeking out of bushes with crossbows. They're not pointed at you, they're pointed outwardly. And some of the gnomes kind of nod to you as you pass. And you arrive in camp where Filkin greets you and says,
Welcome, friends. I jingle the bag of 20 coins that I have, implying that they're gold when they're really silver, but they don't need to know that for right now. Yeah, don't ask,
"No one
don't
here is
tell.
dwarven, so they can't tell the clink of silver from gold."
Say, hey guys, I've already got some money that I'm happy to split with us, and some possible work. Wink, wink, and yeah, I'm actually saying wink, wink as I wink, wink. And we should discuss in private. Wink, wink. Behind, and I look around and realize we're in the middle of an open field, and okay, I guess yours is good as any place. So, anyways, there's this gathering behind us of the Sprinkle Pop. Not circle, not riders. What's the word I'm looking for?
Caravan.
Caravan. Thank you. The Sprinkle
Sprinkle
Pop
Pop?
caravan has come from Council City. Before they head towards Hub, however, they're meeting up with these.
It's happening right now. That meetup is happening where you're staying.
Yes. Yeah, the Sprinkle Pop and the Clockcaster are both behind us, and they're having kind of a well, it was supposed to be secret meeting to basically trade illicit goods. The Clockcasters are rebels from far to the east. And the Sprinkle Pop guys are just sort of using this yearly trip with a quick stop off in advance to pick up some of these good from the rebels, the Clockcasters. The Clockcasters seem friendly. The Sprinkle Pops approached us, and because there's suspicion on gnomes, and this caravan is going to get heavily searched, they want us to take a 2x2x2 wooden chest inside the city walls for 200 gold pieces. All we have to do is get it inside, and there'll be a contact waiting for us.
Did I say
couldn't
200? I thought I said 100.
I really thought you said 200. But...
Anybody else want to jump in there? I thought I said 100.
I thought it was 400.
Really? Really, Michael? Thank you for that. Jim, on the way in here.
I
think it was 100.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was 100. 200 sounds like a lot.
It did. That's 100 gold pieces, which to me still sounds like a lot. I mean, what could be in it? You know, we don't ask questions. We just.
You said the Clockcasters are rebels. Does that mean the Sprinkle Pop caravan are also working with the rebels? Wink.
They're from
Wink.
Council City, which is I don't 100% know. They are from Council City, so they do the, I believe, clockwise rotation or counterclockwise. I'm a gnome. I should know this. Anyways, they travel in a circle around.
They're from
this,
the Elven capital, so if they were rebels, they would all be dead by now. It's
Okay.
an easy way to put it.
Oh, gotcha. So Council City is west of Hub.
Yep.
Oh,
Everything
gotcha.
is west of Hub.
Everything.
There's
No,
a
it's the
mountain pass the unpassable mountains. A mountain pass was found through them. So all of Elvinity and all of known civilization is west of that point of Hub.
Yeah, so the Sprinkle Pop caravan is legitimate and respected. They're just doing a little bit of gray market type stuff with these Clockcaster rebels, to sort of get some goods that they can't get other places. And we have an opportunity here to make a few bucks or a few gold pieces, gold crowns as outsiders. Hopefully there'll be less suspicion on us and we can just sort of stroll back into town with this. I'm sure it'll be very simple. Nothing will go wrong. Hey, but it's just a suggestion. They asked me to ask you.
And so the fee negotiated was 100. I think we should counter back with 200.
Very, very gnomish of you. I like the way you think, Soren.
And then eventually accept 150 if we can, compromise to that.
Now you're cooking with gnomish magic, my friend.
And I probably should mention it, but we're all of the same political mind where we're not going to ask questions.
Yeah.
What you really say is, everyone's cool with this, right? Right? We're all cool. No one's worried about getting a 2x2x2 crate into the city.
Well, I think that's virtually impossible if they're looking for things coming in, especially since we have a gnome with us. But
That had occurred to me that I will immediately invalidate the fact that we're adventurers and get searched.
Well, you're not part of a gnomish caravan, right? Like, they're checking the whole caravan because that's the kind of place you'd expect smuggled goods to be in.
No, I don't have a sale cart. Very painful. Very painful memory.
When we were leaving town, did we see them searching people coming back in? Were we searching going
they
out?
always search people, but it's like random pull out of line. Mostly non-elves. You've seen it all through your life. Like anywhere you go in the Elven Kingdoms, passing through any major city, they'll stop basically non-elves and just kind of shake them down.
I have the ability to manipulate things with my mind.
Well, that's a scary thought.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know quite how tricky I can be with it though. But how high are the walls and the gates around where we'll have to go in?
So there's a stone wall 30 feet high that surrounds the eastern edge of Hub. except for the seaport part of it, which of course has water to block for it.
Shoot. The initial thought was that we would not try to be tricky and just simply stroll in nonchalantly. I'm worried that if we try to like smuggle,
What's the
put
crime?
mud in their faces.
What's the risk that we're facing? Would I know?
Depends on what's in the crate.
What's in the crate?
It would be
What's in the
impolite of
box?
me to ask.
What's in the box?
I think that we can't agree unless we know what's in the crate, because we need to know what risk we're signing up for.
That would determine the appropriate price.
I'm at a loss. I really feel uncomfortable asking what's in the crate. I don't
I mean,
want to.
they could find somebody else. We don't need to deliver this package, but if we do get caught, and then we will be the ones suffering the consequences. The only thing they're going to be suffering is whatever's lost in the crate, and the 100 gold pieces they're out up front.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit worse by the minute.
What if? And it's a shame we don't have two gnomes. We could stack them on top.
We could
Um,
recruit a gnome from the Sprinkle Pop caravan. It would make it potentially easier for us to find the contact inside hub. We could stack him underneath Falcon, and there we have.
What if Soren pretended to be a pregnant woman? Because I'm thinking,
Well, Soren's more concerned about what's in the crate than actually thinking of a game plan to smuggle it into the city.
I think if we go asking too many questions, we might as well not take the job. Like,
Yeah.
Why say that? I mean, what's wrong with asking too many questions?
Because the more we know, the greater the chance that they will decide that we know too much. I mean,
They could just not
the
tell
fucking
us.
Mafia. They're
Yes,
like,
they are.
You know too much now. You'll have to die.
well, they wouldn't
Yeah,
kill me, but they'd kill the rest of the party. I mean, I would come out of this unscathed. That's
Or
obvious.
they would just say, "We're not telling you, accept the job or leave," and we would say,
Yeah,
"Sayonara."
ask,
The
all
gnome
right.
father shows up. And he's like, "You have saved my daughter's caravan. And so on this, the day of our caravan meeting, I must do you one favor.
Do you know what's in the crate?
Are you going to Caravan Master Sprinkle Pop?"
I thought we were going to ask the guy with the favor guy.
That was a joke. That was a Godfather reference.
Oh, sorry.
The gnome father.
Is Godfather, I feel like.
I got it.
Yeah. Come to me at the day my daughter's wedding.
No. I think Caravan Master Sprinkle Pop is the Godfather, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Are you going to him and asking him what's in the crate?
What's in the box?
Stop with the box question. It's a weird reference. Are you guys going and asking him, or are you? What's
I
happening?
don't care.
I think I have to do the communication, and I'm Filkin is at a loss here. We don't have to take it. I'm still thinking. I haven't decided, but we could go back to the original plan of the manual labor for 10 gold pieces. Wow, that makes the box sound a lot more appealing. Screw it. Yeah.
Well, it's 40 gold. It's 40 gold pieces because it's 4 of us. So
Right.
it's not 10 to 40, 10 to 100. It's 40 to 100. It's 40
Yeah.
gold pieces for one day of work versus 100 gold piece potential unknown risk.
25 to life.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause we-
that's why I
'cause-
want to know what's in the box, or it's not worth it.
Because they're probably going to lie to us. Like if there's something in the box that's a lot of risk, they're not going to tell us that. They're going to be like, "Oh, it's gemstones. It's baby bottles. It's full of kittens."
How about
kittens?
It's full.
It's the
I need you
it's
to
the
smuggle
missing
some
pet.
kittens across
We
the border.
restored the missing cat and
Yeah, it's the missing pet.
and
What's your
um,
decision here, Philkin?
All right.
All right, I'll ask. What can it hurt to ask?
Okay, so you seek him out. In the process, a couple of gnome men kind of pull Kyron, Soren, and Narder aside and give them plates of vegetables, no meat, and water, no wine, and welcome them to the circle. And Filkin, so you're talking with Caravan Master Sprinkle Pop, and he's like, "Yes, what is it?"
Master Sprinkle Pop, might I inquire on behalf of my party? I, of course, trust you unswervingly, but my party would like to know what's in the crate before they decide whether to bear responsibility for it.
He says, "I will pay you 100 gold pieces additional to not ask that question."
Done. We're in.
Very well. If you'll just sign this contract for me.
Absolutely.
And here.
Yep.
Do you need to forge your friend's signature, or are you their legal advisor and can sign for them as well?
As far as Council City is concerned, yes, I'm their legal advisor.
All right,
I will.
here, and here.
Yeah, and I'll need a copy of that, of course.
Oh, it's filled out in triplicate, so he hands you one of the copies. And, of course, gnomes invented carbon copy paper for this very reason.
Of course they did.
And he hands you a bag full of 200 gold pieces.
We will.
And, he says, "There's the crate right there," and he stands up and he's sitting on a crate that's been nailed in, and it's 2x2x2.
Interesting.
I look forward to seeing you at the gates of Help tomorrow, friend. I don't have to tell you what will happen if you fail in your obligations or if you take this crate away.
Of course, I'm a gnome. Would a gnome betray another gnome? Of course not. Of course not.
Of course.
I pick up the crate and the 150.
You do not pick up the crate. You try to pick up the crate, it seems to weigh about 150 pounds.
Really?
Whatever is in there, it's been packed in tightly as well, and it seems to be quite heavy.
What's my surroundings like? Are people looking at me? Am I in the middle of a crowd?
So there's about 200 gnomes here. Dancing around, but no one's particularly paying attention to you. You know, night is about to fall, the firelight's kind of casting shadows everywhere, but no one's in particular looking at Filkin now that he's, you know, lifting this crate. He's like, "Ah!" and it's not going anywhere.
Okay, I will start muttering under my breath as if I'm cursing from like I've hurt my hand trying to lift it, but I'm actually going to cast Detect Magic, which means I need to roll for a Wild Surge.
Nope. There's no wild surge happening.
Okay.
Okay, there's definitely magic in this crate.
Do I detect?
The whole crate seems to have about 100 different magical signatures inside of it, and they're all exactly the same.
I guess I don't have to worry about the crate being stolen. I'll just start calling out Soren, Kairos, Chiron, Narder, and see if I can get people to show up.
Okay. I mean, you guys hear Filkin calling for you above the music and dancing.
I'm going to finish my vegetables.
Okay. They were roasted in extra virgin olive oil, which you've never had before because it only comes east of the Elven Empire, and it is delicious.
I did not know Rachel Ray was from the East.
I am a huge Rachel Ray fan from 10 years ago, so yeah.
So, guys, I asked him what was inside, and he said it was his clothes. So I knew he was lying, and he wasn't gonna, just like you said. You guys were right. He was going to lie to us. So I negotiated an extra 100 gold for us. So we got 200 gold, and I'll just plop. Actually, I'll hand it to. Let's see. Soren ran when the kobolds charged. I'll hand it to Narder. I hand 200 gold pieces to Narder in a bag.
Okay.
Here's the money, and you can see I got it all in advance. I doubled it. Gnome to gnome. I did some negotiating, and then I whisper, and I checked, and there's hundreds of magic items inside. So
just exactly 100. Exactly.
Oh, exactly.
Yep.
There's 100 identical magic items inside. So whatever, this guy was going to tell us the truth no matter what. Here's my thought. If we get into trouble, we turn these guys into the cops. but only if I get in trouble. I want to stay loyal if I can, but I won't.
So you
if
know
I
that
can't.
all those documents you just signed were basically like signing away your legal rights of like your Fifth Amendment to testify against these guys. And if you don't complete the job, you know, they'll come and they'll take money from you and beat up your family and stuff like that. Typical gnomish stuff.
I assume they're
failure
very.
to complete is a pretty heavy penalty.
I would assume so. Yes, I assume it's very serious inside the legal areas of the Empire. I'm hoping that if this thing goes south, I can still make my life either in the fringes of Hub or Hub
Hiding
Hub
away from all the
adjacent.
gnomes. You just see these gnome enforcers wandering the streets with pictures of Filkin. What are you guys' thoughts on this before we go on break, knowing that he signed your name on this contract and has basically forced you to take this job?
Do we know you signed
The responsibility is all mine, though. I think that.
Nope, you forged their names.
I thought I just signed that I was their legal guardian.
Yes, yes, you did. You signed that you're legally responsible for the three of them.
Yeah, I'm responsible for them screwing up, but I didn't think that they were responsible for me screwing up.
So if they failed to deliver, you know, all of you are going to have to pay.
Oh, I thought it was just me.
No.
Whoops. I should have read.
Yeah, well, it was very gnome of you.
Yeah.
And that's what I say in character. It's very gnome of you to sign my name legally on a contract without asking our permission first. I can't believe this is what course of action we have signed up for, not knowing what's in the crate. But
Okay, can we go back to my idea about making Soren dress up like a pregnant woman?
but what is done is done. We need to figure out how to get this crate inside the city without causing too much of a stir.
I did have my sail card taken away from me for this kind of shenanigan before. I should have been more alert, but there's just some details. I really thought that I was only getting myself in trouble, and frankly, I know that I'm basically untouchable, so I didn't think it was much risk. But now that I realize that I've got you guys involved, I do feel some regret, mostly mitigated by the 200 gold pieces, but still some regret.
He thought he was a made man.
Well, I don't see any need to go earn extra farm work now that we have some illegal crate possibly in our possession. Shall we return to the city and try to sneak it back in?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind getting this death sentence off me. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Since our lives are at risk on the safety of this crate making it back to Hub, I think getting it out of our hands as quickly as possible seems wise.
I kinda
one guy in every party, right, Michael?
Well, I kind of skimmed the contract, so I'm not really sure what the penalty is for failure. But
Oh my god!
Hey, do we still have those kobolds, or did they already killed them?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to still have them, you can. I don't see any reason why they would take them away from you.
Can 3 kobolds carry a 150-pound crate?
Oh yeah, sure. You
Can
want
make
to use
them-
them as a delivery system?
Can make them carry it.
Okay, so you're basically putting them into enforced servitude.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's an idea.
Okay. Well, before we act on this idea, we're going to take that 5-minute break.
All right.
For everyone watching, of course, please follow, like, and subscribe. All the info's there for you. We'll be back in about 5-6 minutes. And, of course, we have shows at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, now Tuesday, also now Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And all that info is beneath us in the chat on Twitch. So we'll be back shortly. Please stay with us, and I hope you're enjoying this.